Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel, Top Coin, where we explore rare coins, hidden gems, and incredible numismatic finds that could be hiding in your pocket change. Today, we are diving deep into a fascinating topic that has caught the attention of collectors and enthusiasts alike, the 1975 one-pence coin from the United Kingdom. Now, you may be thinking, it's just a one-pence coin, right? But let me tell you this. Sometimes the smallest coins carry the biggest secrets. This humble piece of copper-plated steel might just be worth far more than face value. And you're about to find out why.so. Buckle up, grab your magnifying glass, and join me as we explore the history, design, scarcity, market trends, and the intriguing question, could your 1975 one-pence coin be worth a small fortune today? Let's start with a little trip back in time. The year is 1975. The UK is still adjusting to the decimalization of currency, which began in 1971. This transition replaced the old pounds, shillings, and pence system with a more modern, metric-based currency system. Among the new coins introduced was the 1 new penny, which later became simply the 1 pence. These coins were essential for everyday use and were minted in large numbers. But not all coins are created equal. The 1975 one-pence coin carries more than just monetary value. It carries historical significance. Minted during a time of political change, economic uncertainty, and cultural evolution, this coin serves as a tangible reminder of a pivotal period in British history. What makes the 1975 1p coin stand out? Let's find out. Let's talk about design. The obverse side, that's the front of the coin, features the iconic portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Arnold Machin. It shows Her Majesty wearing the Girls of Great Britain and Ireland tiara, a classic and graceful representation that was used from 1968 until the late 1980s. The reverse side, designed by Christopher Ironside, displays the badge of the Prince of Wales, a plume of 3 ostrich feathers within a coronet, above the motto Ich diene, which is German for I serve. This emblem symbolizes the heir apparent to the British throne. The coin was struck in bronze and weighs 3.56 grams, with a diameter of 20.3 millimeters. At first glance, it may look like any other penny, but it's the details, the condition, and certain minting anomalies that can turn this copper disc into something truly valuable. Now, here's where things get really interesting. The Royal Mint struck hundreds of millions of one-pence coins in the 1970s, and the 1975 issue was no exception. But while the mintage figures seem high, not all coins from that year are widely available today in high grades. Many of these coins were heavily circulated, used daily in shops, buses, and vending machines, and as a result, most surviving specimens are worn, scratched, or even corroded. That means finding a 1975 1p coin in excellent condition, especially in uncirculated or proof state, is much harder than it sounds. Collectors today are searching for high-grade examples, and they're willing to pay a premium to get them. All right, now let's get to the part you've all been waiting for, the current market value of the 1975 one-pence coin. That if you have a circulated coin, one that's been used and shows signs of wear, you're probably looking at a value close to its face value. But even circulated coins can fetch between 10 pence to 50 pence, depending on condition and demand. But here's where it gets exciting. A mint condition or uncirculated 1975 one-pence coin can sell for significantly more, sometimes £1 to £5, and in some cases even £10 or more, especially if it's graded by a professional coin grading service. Now, if you're lucky enough to have a proof coin, those specially minted for collectors, with a mirror-like finish, you could be sitting on a coin worth £20, £30, or even upwards of £50, depending on the quality and rarity of the strike. Even more valuable are the error coins, those with minting mistakes such as misstrikes, double dies, off-center printing, or blanks. These rarities are highly sought after by collectors, and depending on the type of error, a 1975 one-pence coin with an error could sell for hundreds of pounds or more. How can you tell if your 1975 penny is valuable? Start by checking the condition. The shinier and cleaner it is, the better. Look for sharp details, especially in the lettering and the Queen's portrait. If the features are crisp and the coin still has its original luster, you may have a winner. Next, check for errors. Use a magnifying glass to examine the edge, the alignment of the design, and any irregularities in the strike. Look for doubling in the letters or numbers or unusual indentations. You can also weigh the coin. The standard weight is around 3.56 grams. A significant deviation could indicate a minting error or even a counterfeit. Finally, consider sending it to a grading service like NGC or PCGS. A professionally graded coin not only holds more value, but also gives buyers confidence if you ever decide to sell. Now that you know what your 1975 penny might be worth, where can you sell it? Online platforms like eBay, Etsy, and dedicated coin marketplaces like NUMISMATICS or Vcoins are great places to start. If your coin is rare or in particularly good condition, auctions can drive prices even higher. Local coin dealers, antique stores, and coin fairs are also excellent venues to get appraisals and possibly make a sale. And if you're a buyer looking to add this coin to your collection, those same channels will help you find reputable sellers. But always check for authenticity, especially when dealing with higher value coins. The 1975 1-pence coin from the United Kingdom may seem small and insignificant, but behind that modest design lies a piece of history, a potential treasure, and a reminder that even everyday items can hold extraordinary value. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just someone curious about the coins rattling around in your drawer, take a second look. That humble penny might just surprise you. If you enjoyed this deep dive into UK coinage and want to see more hidden gems from the world of numismatics, be sure to like, subscribe, and ring the bell so you never miss a new video. Drop a comment below if you've got a 1975 1-pence coin in your collection or if you've ever found something amazing in your change. Today, we're diving deep into one specific coin that's been catching the eyes of collectors and casual viewers alike. It's small, it's copper-colored, and it might be sitting in your change jar right now. I'm talking about the 1989 1-pence coin from the United Kingdom. But wait, don't scroll away just yet. You may be thinking, it's just a penny, right? But here's the truth. Some of these humble little coins are now being sold for several pounds, even hundreds in rare cases. That's right, this tiny coin could be hiding a secret value you didn't know about. So, stay with me as we uncover the true history, collector interest, hidden features, market prices, and potential fortune that could be linked to your 1989 1-pence coin. Let's get started. To understand the value of the 1989 1-pence coin, we first need to understand where it comes from. The United Kingdom decimalized its currency in 1971, moving away from the old pounds, shillings, and pence system. The 1-pence coin was introduced as part of this new decimal currency system. It was designed to be a small, low-denomination coin that would replace the old halfpenny and other small denominations that were being phased out. The original design of the 1-pence coin featured a crown portcullis, which is a gate design used symbolically by the British Parliament, complete with chains and an imposing appearance. It was chosen as a symbol of British heritage and stability. The coin is made from bronze, composed of 97% copper, 2.5% zinc, and 0.5% tin. It weighed 3.56 grams and measured 20.3 millimeters in diameter. But that all changed in 1992 when the Royal Mint decided to switch to a cheaper copper-plated steel version due to rising metal costs. So, the 1989 1-pence coin is part of the final era of bronze 1-pence coins, which adds a layer of collector interest. Now, 1989 wasn't a year of major redesign. So what makes the 1989 1-pence coin worth talking about? Great question. While 1989 doesn't stand out because of a major design overhaul, it stands out because of its minting history, circulation patterns, and the condition in which surviving coins are found today. You see, in 1989, over 601 million 1-pence coins were minted. That's a huge number, which would make you think they're not rare at all. But here's the catch. Most of them were heavily circulated. That means most of the coins from this year are scratched, worn out, or damaged. Finding a 1989 1-pence coin in near mint or uncirculated condition is extremely difficult, and that's where the value really starts to climb. Collectors aren't just looking for any 1989 penny. They're hunting for the perfect specimen. On top of that, some error coins from this year have made it into circulation. We'll talk more about those in a moment. Let's talk about the actual look and feel of the 1989 1-pence coin. On the obverse, that's the front side, you'll find the image of Queen Elizabeth II, sculpted by Raphael Maclauth. It's one of the more regal and youthful portraits of Her Majesty, used from 1985 to 1997. She's wearing the George IV state diadem, and around the rim, you'll see the Latin inscription Elizabeth II DG Reg. FD followed by the year, in this case, 1989. On the reverse side, you'll find the familiar crown portcullis with chains. The classic 1 pence design that remained in use until the Royal Shield design was introduced in 2008. The coin has a smooth edge, and when you hold it in your hand, it has a solid, metallic feel, heavier and richer in tone than the copper-plated steel coins minted after 1992. Chapter 4. Error coins and RARITIES. This is where things get really interesting. Some 1989 1 pence coins are misstruck, either due to a mechanical failure at the mint or a die alignment issue. These types of errors are incredibly valuable to collectors. Here are some errors to look out for. Off-center strikes, where the design is not aligned properly. Double die obverse or reverse, where you can see a slight doubling of the text or design. Wrong planchet errors. When a 1p coin is accidentally struck on a different coin blank, like a 2p or a foreign coin. Clipped planchets. A portion of the coin is missing due to a cutting issue during production. If you come across a 1989 1p coin with any of these features, hold onto it. It could be worth significantly more than its face value. So, let's talk about value. A standard 1989 1p coin in circulated condition is usually worth, well, 1p. However, a coin in excellent condition, especially uncirculated or proof condition, can sell for anywhere between £1 to £5. That's 100 to 500 times its face value. But here's where it gets even better. Proof versions, coins that were specially minted with a higher level of detail and a mirror-like finish, can be worth £20 or more depending on the market. Rare error coins have sold for as much as £100 to £250. And in some cases even more, particularly when they're certified by a grading service like PCGS or NGC. Just recently, one eBay seller listed a 1989 1p coin with a misstrike for nearly £400, claiming it was one of a kind. It's difficult to verify these listings without inspection, but the point is clear: there is strong collector interest, especially online. So before you spend that penny, you might want to take a much closer look. If you think you have a rare or valuable 1989 1 pence coin, here's what to do. Check the condition. The better it looks, the more it's worth. Compare with online listings. Look at sites like eBay, Etsy, and coin forums. Join UK coin groups on Facebook or Reddit to ask for opinions. Visit a coin dealer or attend a local coin show. And if you believe it's rare, consider sending it in for grading. Graded coins fetch far more on the collector market because buyers trust the professional assessment. So, there you have it. The full story of the 1989 1 pence coin from the United Kingdom. It may be small, it may look ordinary, but it has a history and potential value that can surprise you. Whether you're a seasoned collector, a curious beginner, or someone who just found a strange penny in a drawer, this coin proves that money is more than just currency. It's a story, it's history, and sometimes it's a hidden gem. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss a deep dive into the world of coin collecting. Got a 1989 penny? Drop a comment below. I'd love to hear what you found. Today we're diving into a truly fascinating and underrated coin that could be worth way more than you think. I'm talking about the 1991 United Kingdom 1 pence coin. That's right, just a humble penny from the early 90s. But trust me, this little copper coin carries more value and history than meets the eye. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly why this coin is turning heads in the collector market, how much it's worth today, and what to look out for in your own coin collection. You might be thinking, it's just 1 pence. What could be so special about it? Well, here's a teaser. Some versions of this 1991 penny have sold for several hundred times their face value. That's right. A coin originally worth just 1 penny could be sitting in your drawer right now, quietly gaining value as collectors search far and wide to get their hands on one in top condition. And here's the kicker. Some varieties or errors from that year are incredibly rare, which means their price tags might just surprise you. So grab a cup of tea, hit that like button, and stay tuned, because we're about to go deep into the world of British coinage and uncover the secrets of the 1991 1p coin. Let's start with a bit of history. The 1 pence coin, or 1p coin, is part of the British decimal coinage system, which was introduced on February 15, 1971, a day now known as Decimal Day. The 1p coin replaced the old 1 penny from the pre-decimal system, and over the years, it has seen several design changes, metal compositions, and minting variations. Now fast forward to 1991. This was a significant year for the Royal Mint. Not because of a major redesign of the 1p coin, but because it marked the end of an era in the coin's material composition. Prior to 1992, the UK 1 penny coin was struck in bronze, a durable and attractive alloy made primarily of copper, with small amounts of tin and zinc. But due to the rising cost of copper, the Royal Mint made the decision to switch to copper-plated steel starting in 1992. That means the 1991 1p coin was the last full year that UK 1 pence coins were made from bronze. This makes them particularly interesting to collectors today. Think about it. You're holding a piece of metal history that represents the end of the Bronze Era. And that makes it more than just small change. It makes it a piece of a story, a piece of transition. Now, let's take a closer look at the coin itself. The 1991 1 pence coin features the third definitive portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by the talented Raphael Maklauf. This portrait shows Her Majesty wearing the George IV state diadem, and it was used on UK coins from 1985 until 1997. On the reverse side, you'll see the iconic portcullis with chains, topped with a crown, a design that has been used on the 1 pence coin since its inception. The portcullis is a historic symbol of the Palace of Westminster, and it represents British tradition and strength. It's elegant, it's meaningful, and it hasn't gone out of style. The coin weighs 3.56 grams, measures 20.3 millimeters in diameter, and has a plain edge. If you drop it on a table, you'll get that familiar solid clink that bronze coins make, different from the slightly duller sound of steel coins minted after 1992. Now, let's talk money. What is this coin actually worth today? First, the basics. A standard circulated 1991 1 pence coin isn't particularly rare. Over 601 million of them were minted. That's a massive number. But wait, don't click away just yet. Because not all 1991 pennies are created equal. If you have a mint state or uncirculated example, especially one that's been graded by a professional service like NGC or PCGS, the value can jump dramatically. In mint condition, these coins can sell for £5 to £15 easily, depending on the quality. And if you have one that's nearly flawless, a coin graded MS 65 or higher, you're looking at potential sales in the £20 to £50 range or even more, depending on the demand. Now here's where it gets really exciting. Some error coins from 1991 are highly sought after. These include things like off-center strikes, misaligned dies, double strikes coins with a weak or missing detail, planchet errors where the coin has missing metal or discoloration. These error coins are far more rare, and collectors are willing to pay a premium for them. Depending on the type and condition of the error, prices can shoot up to £100 or more for a single 1p coin. That's thousands of times its face value. Let's take a look at what's happening in the market right now. As of this year, demand for older UK coinage, especially from the reign of Queen Elizabeth II, has been rising steadily. With her passing in 2022 and the new coins featuring King Charles III entering circulation, many collectors are focusing on completing their QEI collections. This has led to increased interest in coins like the 1991 1p, especially in top condition or with notable mint errors. Online platforms like eBay, Etsy, and numismatic auction houses are seeing steady sales of these coins. Prices for high-grade specimens are holding strong, and in some cases, increasing. Sellers who can clearly showcase the coin's condition with sharp, well-lit photos and describe any unique features are doing particularly well. So, is this the time to sell your 1991 penny? Possibly. But if you're just discovering the hobby or want to hold on to a piece of history, it might be wise to keep it in a protective sleeve or even have it professionally graded. Here's what you should do after watching this video. Go dig into your coin jar, check your drawers, or even ask family members if they've got any old UK coins lying around. You're looking for a 1991 1p coin with the following features: sharp details, no signs of wear or scratches, deep original bronze color, any visible error or oddity in design, off-center strike, die cracks, or misalignment, unusual weight or magnetic response. Test with a magnet. Bronze should not be magnetic. If you find one in mint or near mint condition or spot an error, do not spend it. Get it appraised or listed online with quality photos and let the collectors come to you. So there you have it. The 1991 1 pence coin from the United Kingdom. A simple, everyday coin that might just be your ticket into the fascinating world of coin collecting, or even worth a pretty penny on the collector market. Whether you're a seasoned numismatist or just getting started, this is the kind of coin that reminds us of the value hidden in plain sight. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, share it with your coin-loving friends, and drop a comment below if you've ever found an interesting penny in your change. Have a 1991 1p coin? Let us know what condition it's in and where you found it. Today's episode is going to blow your mind. We're talking about a humble little coin that almost everyone in the UK has handled at some point, the 1 pence coin from 1994. But what if I told you that this tiny coin, often ignored or tossed into change jars, could actually be worth a lot more than you think? Some of these coins are being hunted down by collectors and are fetching impressive prices in the market. So grab your coin jars, take a closer look at those old pennies, and stay tuned because you do not want to miss the full story of the 1994 UK 1p coin. Trust me, by the end of this video, you'll be digging through your change like a treasure hunter. Let's start with a bit of background on this coin. The 1 penny coin, often referred to simply as 1p, has been a standard part of UK coinage since decimalization was introduced in 1971. That was the year when the United Kingdom transitioned from the old pounds, shillings, and pence system to a simpler, decimal-based currency. The 1p coin became one of the smallest denominations in this new system. Fast forward to 1994, a year of pop culture moments, political change, and for us coin collectors, a fascinating year for British currency. The 1994 1 penny coin might look just like any other at first glance. It features the crowned portcullis design, a gate with chains, symbolizing the British Parliament. It's a design that has historical significance dating back to the Palace of Westminster, and it's been used on the 1 pence coin since its introduction. On the obverse, that's the front of the coin, you'll see the iconic portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Raphael Maklauf. This portrait was used on UK coins from 1985 to 1997 and depicts the Queen wearing the George IV state diadem, facing to the right, with the legend including her title and the words Elizabeth II DG Reg FD, followed by the year of minting, 1994. But here's where things start to get interesting. Now, most of the 1994 1 pence coins are completely ordinary. Millions of them were produced for general circulation. However, as with many coins, it's the tiny details, minting errors, unusual features, or limited variants that can turn a common coin into a collector's dream. Some 1994 1 pence coins are known to have striking anomalies. These include off-center strikes, double strikes, or planchet errors. That's when the blank metal disc used to make the coin has imperfections. These types of coins are very rare and sought after by collectors who are willing to pay a premium, sometimes hundreds of times over face value. Even coins with strong details, very little wear, and perfect minting, often referred to as BU or brilliant uncirculated, can fetch a surprisingly high price, especially if kept in pristine condition or still in mint packaging from that year. There's also the proof set edition. Each year, the Royal Mint releases special proof sets for collectors. These coins are not meant for general circulation. They're struck using polished dies on specially prepared blanks, giving them a mirror-like finish. A 1994 1p coin from a proof set, especially in perfect condition, can be worth significantly more than its face value. Let's talk numbers now. What's the current market value of the 1994 1p coin? For a regular circulation coin in average use condition, its value is typically just face value, 1p. But that's not the whole story. Coins in excellent or uncirculated condition can sell for £1 to £5, depending on the condition and whether they're part of a complete set. That's already 100 to 500 times its face value. Now, if we're talking about rare variants or error coins, the game changes completely. Some of these have been known to fetch prices upwards of £50, £100, and in exceptional cases, even more. On online auction sites like eBay, coin forums, or collector platforms, there have been listings and completed sales where these seemingly common coins go for surprisingly high amounts, especially when collectors are looking to complete a specific year set. Proof coins from 1994 can be worth anywhere from £5 to £15 or more, depending on their packaging and grade. And if you've got one of the highest quality examples, professionally graded and slabbed by an organization like NGC or PCGS, you could be looking at an even bigger number because grading increases buyer confidence and thus market value. Tips for identifying valuable coins. So how can you tell if your 1994 1p coin is valuable? Here are some key tips. Check the condition. The less wear and tear, the better. Look for coins that still have sharp details, no scratches, and a shiny finish. Look for errors. Use a magnifying glass. See if the coin has any doubling in the lettering, misalignment, or blank spots that could indicate a mint error, proof, or circulation. Proof coins have a shinier, mirror-like surface and are often much clearer than circulation coins. Get it graded. If you suspect you have a rare variant, send it to a coin grading service. A certified coin can sell for much more than a raw one that you might be wondering. Why would someone pay more than face value for a 1p coin? It's all about rarity, condition, and history. Coin collectors, also known as numismatists, love to complete sets from every year, every mint, every design variant. A small flaw or a perfect shine can make the difference between common and collectible. Also, some people collect coins as investments. Just like art, vintage cars, or stamps, rare coins can increase in value over time. What seems trivial today may be a treasure tomorrow, especially as the Royal Mint has discussed phasing out the penny altogether in future years. That would instantly turn all 1p coins into historical relics. So, the next time you get change from a shop, don't just toss that 1p coin aside. Check the date. Check the condition. You could be holding a small but significant piece of British history, and who knows, it might just be worth far more than a penny. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the 1994 UK 1p coin, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel for more fascinating coin stories, and hit the bell icon so you never miss an update. Let me know in the comments. Have you found any interesting or rare coins in your collection? I'd love to hear your stories. Today, we're diving deep into the fascinating world of UK coins, and not just any coin. We're talking about a tiny little piece of copper that might be sitting unnoticed in your change jar, your purse, or even hidden between your couch cushions. It's the 1p coin from 2006, yes, that little copper-colored penny that most people walk past without a second thought. But here's the twist. Some versions of this humble 2006 1p coin could be worth way more than face value. How much more? In some rare cases, they can fetch tens, even hundreds of pounds, and in very special circumstances, even more depending on their condition, rarity, and error features. So stick around, because we're going to explore the full story behind this small but mighty coin, its history, what makes it valuable, how to identify rare versions, and what the current market is like today. So if you've ever wondered if that 1p coin in your pocket could be a hidden treasure, keep watching because this might just be your lucky day. Let's start with the basics. What exactly is the 1p coin? And why should anyone care about a coin that's only worth a single penny? The 1p coin is part of the decimal currency system that was introduced in the United Kingdom on the 15th of February, 1971, decimal day. Before that, Britain used pounds, shillings, and pence in a system that dated back centuries. After decimalization, the 1p coin became the smallest denomination of the new currency system. Originally made of bronze, it featured a simple design that would change only slightly over time. Now fast forward to 2006, and we see that the 1p coin was still in circulation, still being minted in large quantities, and still seen as a coin of low value. But the magic lies in the details. Because not all 2006 1p coins were created equal. The 2006 1p coin features the familiar design of the crowned portcullis, a gate symbol that dates back to the reign of Henry VII. It's a striking and historic image, meant to represent the British Parliament and the governance of the country. The obverse side of the coin, of course, features the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, the fourth definitive portrait by Ian Rank Broadley. This portrait was introduced in 1998 and continued through 2015, so 2006 falls comfortably within that time frame. The coin itself is made from copper-plated steel, having shifted from bronze in 1992 due to rising metal costs. It weighs 3.56 grams and has a diameter of 20.3 millimeters. But what makes the 2006 edition interesting are the variations, the minting errors, and the limited editions that sneak into circulation unnoticed. Now here's where things get interesting. Some 2006 1p coins have been known to contain minting errors. These errors can range from double striking, off-center printing, wrong planchet errors, or missing design elements. And believe it or not, collectors absolutely love these errors. Why? Because they're rare. The Royal Mint produces millions of coins every year, and the vast majority are flawless. So when something goes wrong, it becomes a collectible curiosity. Let's go over a few known or rumored variants of the 2006 1p coin that collectors hunt for. Off-center strikes. A portion of the coin may appear blank, or the image may look shifted or misaligned. These coins can fetch upwards of £10 to £50 depending on how dramatic the error is. Wrong metal planchet. On extremely rare occasions, coins are struck on the wrong metal discs. For instance, a 1p struck on a 2p blank or vice versa. This is exceedingly rare but could be worth hundreds if verified. Die rotation errors. When you flip the coin vertically, the reverse should align perfectly. If it doesn't, and the designs are rotated relative to each other, you could have a die rotation error coin worth several times its face value. Misstruck or weak strike coins. These can appear faded or partially imprinted. Although less dramatic than off-center strikes, these can still command attention from collectors if in good condition. Proof coins and brilliant uncirculated versions. Sometimes, a small number of coins are struck with higher quality for collectors only. If one of these somehow entered circulation, or if you acquired one unknowingly, you could be sitting on a miniature jackpot. Now to the big question, how much can a 2006 1p coin be worth today? A standard circulated 1p from 2006 is typically only worth its face value, 1 penny. However, if the coin is in uncirculated condition, it might sell for between £1 and £5 to casual collectors or those looking to complete a date run. But if your coin features one of the rare errors we just mentioned, the value can jump dramatically. Some error coins have been listed and sold online for £10, £20, even £100 or more, depending on the rarity and condition. And if the coin is certified by a reputable grading service, that can raise the value even further. Just to give you an idea of recent sales, an off-center 2006 1p coin in very fine condition recently sold on eBay for around £47. A double-struck error coin was listed at £129. A proof version from a Royal Mint set was offered at £10 to £15, depending on its preservation. Now, that might not sound like a fortune, but remember, we're talking about a coin that most people ignore or throw into a jar. Multiply that by hundreds or thousands of collectors worldwide, and the value of these worthless pennies becomes quite real. So, what should you do if you think you have a valuable 2006 1p coin? Here's a step-by-step guide. Inspect the coin under good lighting. Look for any signs of unusual markings, faded edges, off-center designs, or strange textures. Use a magnifying glass. Mint errors can be subtle. A small crack, a double image, or a rotated design might not be obvious at first glance. Compare with a standard coin. Place your coin next to a regular 1p coin from another year to see if anything looks different. Check online marketplaces. Sites like eBay, Etsy, and coin forums often have similar listings. Search 2006 1p error coin and filter by sold listings to see actual market value. Get a professional opinion. If you think you've found something really unique, reach out to a coin dealer, numismatist, or submit your coin to a grading company like NGC or PCGS. Sell or keep. If the value is high, you can list it online for auction or private sale. Or, if you're into collecting, hang on to it. Value often increases over time. So there you have it. The 2006 1p coin, often dismissed as loose change, can sometimes hide unexpected value. Whether you're a seasoned coin collector or just someone curious about what your spare change is worth, it's always worth taking a second look. That small copper coin could be your gateway into the fascinating world of numismatics, or even just a cool little treasure to show off to your friends. Before you spend your next penny, take a moment to check it. You never know. You might just be holding on to a rare find. Thanks so much for watching. If you found this video helpful or interesting, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell so you never miss an update on coin values, rare finds, and money-making tips. Have you ever found a rare coin in your change? Do you have a 2006 1p coin with something strange on it? Drop a comment below and let us know. We'd love to hear your stories. Until next time, keep your eyes open, your coins close, and your curiosity high. This is Top Coin, signing off.